Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray. Today I want to teach you the 5 elements of sleep optimization. I personally went down from sleeping a normal 8 hours a night to around 5 hours a night at peak. This can also be contributed to my breatharian lifestyle, but it's more than that. After you optimize your sleep, you're going to have or retain a far greater memory of your subjective sleep experiences. Your divisions between the self and what is defined as your higher self would not be nearly as severe, making your intuition much more powerful. In addition to that, physical and mental work would be easier for you, and bodily health would be improved. This will actually happen for reasons having to do with chemical reactions during the dream state. To understand more about sleep, we need to go into both the physical aspects and the spiritual aspects, which means a little talk about the job of the consciousness during sleep. I want to help you optimize your sleep. That means not only how much you sleep, but about the strength and quality of your sleep as well. Here are the points I will be discussing: sleep blocks, sleep cycles, deep versus light sleep, food and sleep, circadian rhythm and sleep, naturalism and sleep, and purpose. Before we continue, let's understand more about what sleep is. Most people believe that sleep is about the body resting. That is partly true. During sleep, our consciousness is able to move out of the physical body and travel the universe in what you can call the lower astral planes. Dreams, for example, are experiences that we collect during these experiences that we translate into familiar human experiences like symbols from our lives. This information is actually being used by many people to analyze hints and clues that they receive from the dream state. Before I teach you how to biohack your sleep, there's a few basic lessons that we need to understand about what sleep really is. We sleep about a third of our life. Biologically, we cannot survive without any sleep. It is a requirement. There is a lot that is happening behind the scenes that we don't fully understand. Now, if you have ever used a sleeping tracker, you probably noticed that sleep is split into 2 categories: light and deep sleep. During light sleep, you're kind of settling in. You're moving your muscles, you're relaxing, your body is cooling down, and you get light dreaming. This type of light sleep represents 60% of your total sleep. Now, deep sleep contains 2 different phases: deep sleep and rapid eye movement, also known as REM. During deep sleep, you are hardly moving. You aren't dreaming, and your body is actually repairing cells. It's also consolidating memories, and it's building up your muscle tissue. During REM sleep, your brain is active again, and you are dreaming intensely. The science isn't really clear on what exactly REM sleep does, but it does suggest that it plays a type of important role in your memory storage and in mood balancing. Deep sleep is thus 40% of your sleep. So, enough about sleep. I'm going to tell you how you can biohack your sleep to increase your productivity. I'm going to lay out a few points for you to understand. Each small change will make you change your sleeping patterns and your awake time. It will only take the body between 2 to 3 days to adjust to the change, just like when you're jet lagged. So, try to pull through for at least a week, and you will notice changes quickly and thoroughly. The most productive sleep is to shorten your light sleep and focus more on your REM or deep sleep. First point is the sleeping cycle. You need to get familiar with your sleeping cycle and how it works. Our sleep is split into sleeping cycles. For a mature adult, they average around 90 minutes, give or take 20 minutes or so. That means that it can be for you between 70 to 110 minutes. But for most people, it's around 90 minutes, which is about an hour and a half. The sleep cycle itself first starts with light sleep and then focuses on healing the body. That is why the first couple of hours we sleep like a rock. After that, the sleeping cycle shortens slightly and deepens the deep sleep. Most people will require 3 to 4 sleep cycles during a night. And this is the trick. When you wake up in the end of a sleeping cycle, you feel good And waking up is easy. When you wake up in the middle of a sleeping cycle, you feel like you want to kill somebody, okay? You're dragging your feet out of bed and you're exhausted. Once you recognize exactly when you wake up after a sleeping cycle, you can remove the last sleeping cycle completely and let your body adjust. And remember, it takes 2 to 3 days to adjust. That means that you need to pay attention to when you go to sleep and see when your body naturally wakes up. Naturally waking up means no alarm clock, but also not staying in bed. Just when you naturally open your eyes, that is the time to wake up. Staying in bed and to continue sleeping might actually put you in another sleeping cycle, and that is why a lot of people just wake up very tired. So when your body naturally wakes up, get out of bed. Listen to your body. Wake up when it allows you to wake up. If you wake up tired and have to wake up for school or work, try to get to sleep a little bit earlier than usual. Second point is to sleep in 2 blocks and not 1 block. I've taken this from the Seth book and noticed that it makes a big difference. Let me explain. Currently, we sleep in a single consecutive block. Most of us sleep between 6 to 8 hours a night. However, this could be done far more effectively with 2 rather than 1 sleep periods of less duration. Sleeping and eating are connected one with the other. For the average person, many light meals throughout the day would actually be healthier and lighter on the body than 3 large meals a day. Same thing with short naps that are healthier than 1 extended period of sleep. This method of eating and sleeping would greatly help various metabolic difficulties and also aid in the development of your spiritual and intuitive abilities. With alternating periods of activities, the functions of chemicals and hormones in the body, and adrenal processes in particular, would function with far greater efficiency. With this method, the wear and tear on the body would be minimized, while at the same time, all regenerative powers would be used to the maximum. Think about running a marathon in a single time or in 2 blocks. It's much easier to do in 2 blocks, right? Because the body has time to heal, to regenerate, and to rehydrate. And what we're doing each night is running a marathon in our sleep because we know no better. It's a habit. I know this point is hard to implement in our life due to work. Try to see if you can squeeze in a power nap here and there, maybe in the weekend, maybe you're working from home. You will notice a big difference. Third point is obviously food. The digestive system is very, very heavy. About 15 years ago, when I started practicing different forms of fasting, I noticed that in days that I dry fast, I sleep about an hour and a half less than normal. I didn't make the connection back then to food and sleep. Today I understand that the digestive system takes up to 25% of the body's energy. The heaviest to digest is meat. The lightest to digest is water or juice. So the heavier we eat during the day and the larger the quantities we actually take the body's energy, which then needs to recover that energy during sleep. You notice that people are more productive at work before their lunch break. And after lunch, everybody is kind of sleepy and require coffee or desserts to wake up. That's what I'm talking about. You need to eat less, fast more, and you don't want to eat before bedtime. At least an hour, better too. Try to eat lighter meals, and it will have a direct impact on your sleep. Our fourth point is sleep time and the circadian rhythm. Animals, they sleep when they are tired, and they awaken in a much more natural fashion. Animals also follow the rhythms of nature and the daily cycle of the sun. It has been discovered that ancient men did not have the same sleeping patterns we have today. Today, most people wake up with an alarm clock. They have a heavy meal before bedtime and another one in the morning, which the doctors say is the most important meal of the day. That's not true. Following your natural rhythm means going to sleep earlier and waking up naturally earlier. This also means reducing unnatural screen time about an hour before sleep and not taking coffee immediately after you wake up. You want to wait for around an hour and a half, and you will notice that you don't get tired in the afternoon. So, to summarize, I know you can't do everything that we've talked about, but some points you can implement even today. We've talked about recognizing your sleep cycle pattern or the length of your sleep to reduce the last sleeping cycle. We talked about adding a short sleeping block during the day when possible. We talked about eating lighter food and becoming aware of the impact heavy food has on our sleep. We also talked about the body's natural sleep and awake time and adjusting accordingly back to nature. So, you know your homework. Good luck, my friends.